between the Canes and the Noles, once upon a time, barely noticed outside the state of Florida. But those battles in the 80s and the 90s put both programs on the national map, made both of them champions, and we are lucky to have another showdown between these two today. Welcome to the home of the Florida State Seminoles, Doak Campbell Stadium in Tallahassee. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Miami Hurricanes, taking on a fellow ACC opponent, the Florida State Seminoles. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Fielded in the end zone, it's Hamilton. Not nearly as much as he had hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. So Florida State's offense will take the field first. Boy, you can go down the list of classic endings in this series, and last year we had one with the Canes pulling it out.
And Miami was the one who got to celebrate because they eked it out, they got the close win, and more importantly, Palmer, they got to brag for a year about beating their in-state rival, Florida State.
And they're hoping they can do that for another year, and they know that this is going to be another dogfight. This is simply one of those games at the start of the year. Miami, Florida State, you know someone's winning, but it's not going to be by a lot of points. Miami's hoping they can make it 2 more.
They'll put it in play from the 27, first down. The give on the inside. Got enough for the first. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
It's complete. Knocked out of bounds after a good gain on that one. They'll spot it at the 43. And the Seminoles have it with a 1st and 10. Might be changing the route. Back to throw, it's Gay. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete. Let's take a second here to talk about Florida State. A big-name running back, always a great get in the recruiting world. 4-star running back they got last week. Seems as if he'll fit in nicely here.
Oh, he's going to be a great fit. I mean, when you get a great player like that, the whole fan base gets jacked up. You see it all over social media, and it starts to build some momentum in your recruiting class.
On 3rd down, he drops the throw. He's got an open man. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's 1st down at the 27. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They go to the ground. Oh, he's got some space. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19. And the Seminoles with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. The give to Davis. How about that run as he drives it all the way down to the 13-yard line? On 1st down from the 13-yard line. To the ground with the back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good, but I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to try to be the more physical team. I love the play call. I think you keep running the football and stay physical.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. And you could see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
Oh, and he missed it. No good. Kicker couldn't quite get it through, and the scoreboard remains the same. So Miami's offense will try to get something going with their first possession. And they're going to have to contend with a secondary that is one of the best in the nation, Jesse.
And they're a complete secondary, too. When you watch them on film, they're very good defending the pass in coverage, and they can play man and zone. But I like them, David, because they're not afraid to put their face in the fan. Everybody in the back end likes to tackle and likes to be physical. That's what makes them special.
Yeah, and it's just an elite group in the back end. Multiple guys that win their individual matchups, which makes it hard to run offense. And this is a group that, yes, they tackle well, they see the football well, they break on it well. You better worry about the ground game. You better get some kind of deception going against this secondary.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Had to throw it before he wanted. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. From the shotgun, they'll run it. I don't know why, but it's a thing. The ACC Wheel of Destiny, you spin it, you never know how it's going to come up, and you can't afford to give away a game early in a conference like this.
And I think both of these coaching staffs, David, understand.
Breaks into the open. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42.
And talking to the OC this week, getting this running back going was step number one. It was priority number one. He said it makes the whole offense go. Like, he is the bell cow. He is the guy. This offense doing exactly what they set out to do on this first drive.
And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain. Backed up now. Here's second and long. Back to pass. It's nickel. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Two running backs alongside the quarterback. Out of the gun to give to the back. They'll pull him down after a pickup of 5 down to the 23. Halfway there on first down, it's second and 5. They'll run play action. Caught near the sticks. It's Lofton. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. This crowd knows this defense needs them right now. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. He breaks a tackle. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground.
He'll take a shot. Touchdown, Canes! Made the grab in the end zone for the score. Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time.
You never know how it happens, but it happens. Defenses lose sight of those big, huge, pass-catching tight ends.
It'll be third and long. Might be calling a hot route. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Got his man downfield. Got it out of bounds. They didn't just jumpstart that drive. They've electrified it, and now they've got a first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Back to throw. It's Gay. Looking to get it in. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. How about this defense digging in its heels after the big play? It's now third and goal. Pushes ahead. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. Fourth down and goal from the 3. The playbook is pretty much wide open. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Noles! And the Hurricanes trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. The snap sets up the throw. Got it set up on the outside. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. See if they can get it done on 2nd and goal. They'll keep it on the ground to the left, sniffing the goal line. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
All right, so now you're in this 3rd down situation close to the goal line, and it just feels, David, like they're going to have to throw the football in order to score a touchdown here. I like maybe trying to get the quarterback outside on the perimeter and give him a run-pass option.
I like that too.
Touchdown, Hurricanes! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board. The Seminoles have it with a 1st and 10. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Let's go.
They'll run it in the red zone. It's Davis. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Seminoles!
And the running back was not going to be denied on that play. He had a hole, he saw it, he put his foot in the ground, and that was pay dirt.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. James Madison needs to pick up the pace, but this puppy is far from over. And with this crowd there in Harrisonburg behind them, I'm kind of banking on a comeback. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Ole Miss. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. A strike downfield. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the 1st down. And the Canes racing to the line in the hurry-up.
Well, it's a nice job snagging that pass. Miami has a tradition of Heisman Trophy quarterbacks. I get that, but guess what? If you're going to win Heisman Trophies, you're probably throwing to very talented wide receivers. Let's not forget about all the great receivers the Hurricanes have had as well. And they've got a special group this year. This guy right here is one of those dudes. He can beat you one-on-one with his speed, and he has really, really good hands as well.
Makes the catch. It's Breeze. He's out of bounds, and they'll say he got it to the 45. A cacophony of noise, debilitating surround sound, the war chant on 3rd down at the Doak. Dropping back, it's Nickel. Oh, they're after him. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their 1st of the half. Punt is in the air. And the punt hits ground into the end zone. He just missed, pinning them right in the shadow of the goalpost. It'll come out to the 20. Looking to throw on 1st down. Throws for the tight end. Got him downfield. And that tackle almost certainly saved the touchdown after he ripped off a huge gain. The new popular phrase for a favored team not really coming out of the gates quickly is that they're playing with their food. There are a lot of peas being pushed around the plate right now, guys.
Yeah, Reese, they've been stumbling around. They've been making mistakes and shooting themselves in the foot in this game. But, David, I think you also have to give credit to the underdog in this game because they're just playing with more intensity. They look like they want it more.
Oh, dude, when you come out the gates in the 1st quarter, it's adrenaline, it's passion, it's being talked about as the underdog. As this game goes on, can they keep that intensity up? Right now, they're doing a heck of a job.
unloads it left. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit.
And when you're a quarterback, man, I know wide receivers are great athletes and they're supposed to catch everything that gets near them, but when you don't put it right on the center, when they're running a lot of times, it just makes it a little bit more difficult. And I think he did that a little bit too much for his wide receiver right there.
The play action fake. He's got his man across the middle. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on third. Grab near the marker, it's Church. Out of bounds at the very edge of the red zone at the 20. They're down to the 20, first and 10. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. He's got the tight end. Gets it inside the 10, out of bounds at the 9 after the big pickup on that one. The Seminoles had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. He caught it. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. This is a tough one, a 3rd and long from this part of the field. They can, though, pick up the first down. To the air, it's Gay. Looking for the score. Touchdown, Florida State. Quick strike through the air for the score.
And they trust their QB to execute like they have the whole first half, and he delivers, and they build on this lead and build their momentum going into halftime.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he tacks on the extra point. They put together an 81-yard drive. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And here's the return. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Oh, he's got a chance. Got enough for the first down and wants more. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Wants to throw on first down. Can't make the connection. Incomplete pass, and 1 second remains. Just enough time for one final play in this half. He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, some real edge-of-your-seat moments, and there's still 2 quarters to go here for the Noles and Canes. And we'd be remiss if we didn't start this halftime report by giving props to this superstar tight end. He's been almost, you know what, check that. He has been unguardable with that unusual blend of speed, size, hands, and route running. He is a pick-your-poison kind of player. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how the battle between Miami and Florida State plays out.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense and I've got the lead, they've had success throwing the football, but we're winning. I don't know that this defense changes too much of what they've done in the first half.
I think they got to do a better job with pass rush. They might want to change their coverages as well because they're probably at this point expecting this offense to have to keep throwing, considering they did have success in the first half.
Looking to throw, it's nickel. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Can't make the play on the interception, and man, they were looking for their first pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 4th down. Kick is in the air. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. From the gun, running back on the move.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder.
Got it in stride inside the 20. And he'll be run out of bounds. And these guys are yardage totals.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
Got it in the middle, it's Peppers. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Quick release by the QB. Touchdown, Noles! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5? Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You've worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. Big rivalry, get some emotion, get some momentum on your side.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Looking downfield, it's nickel. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Get it out to the supersonic guy.
Great effort by the defense here. Offense trying to go wide receiver screen. How about the speed on defense rounding to the football?
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. So, guys, we'll see this offense again. They'll start this drive going to the air. The throw to the outside is complete. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. That's caught. It's Church. Down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. The Seminoles come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. On 3rd and short, the power run here. Putting together a real... Pick up the 1st down at the 36. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. The RPO, fire complete to the left. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a 1st down. The Noles are on the move. To the air on 1st down. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. grab behind the line. It's Davis. And maybe he'll get back to the line of snap.
And you got to be careful on offense when you're dialing up the screens. You want to do them on obvious passing situations. When you're anticipating the DNs really racing up the field, they didn't have it set up that time.
Complete to the left. Defense. The 8.
I really like this offense staying aggressive. They were in field goal range, but nice job on third down. Forget that. Let's go get the first down. Let's throw the football. Nice read, nice catch. Now set up with a first and goal situation.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front 7 tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
Touchdown Seminoles! And they take it in for 6 more points. Guys, so far this hasn't been wide right or wide left. The Seminoles have been on point as they build this lead.
And the Seminole dynasties were always built on elite playmaking offense, teams that can score points. This is a rivalry game with Miami, Palmer, but they're putting up points when it matters.
Yeah, they're not going to let this one come down to the kicker for another wide right. They're just going to handle the business here on the field, offensively and defensively. They have smothered.
Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. It rarely disappoints when the Seminoles and Hurricanes get together, and it is Florida State celebrating the flaming spear of victory by taking down the U. Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.